So we got the main ruck part now. What we're gonna do, let's go like that. It's the bottoms to the top. Now we're gonna go through, you see all these tabs here on the side of the ruck. We're gonna stick these in these slots here on the frame. They're kind of marked out naturally, and on the inner side, they have actual spots for those tabs. All right, going through. Now we're gonna put on the main frame, main back part of the ruck. Go in, you want the ruck as high as you can on the frame, so we're gonna put it up at this top strap. Some people prefer, maybe down one, yada yada. I just highest as you can, because that's where all the weight's gonna go, and then we'll lower or raise the lower side of the bag, because you want the weight, ideally higher. If you have the ruck, if you have this pack stretched out, so first thing, if you have the ruck stretched out completely, it's hard to, you can't really compress it higher, because you have to put things low, but if you can put it higher, it's easier when you ruck. And then for this, I went through each way. I'm just gonna go back through it again, and it makes it extremely sturdy and snug and doesn't slide around. Go ahead, do the same thing on this side. Highest possible hole. Go through. Cinch it down all the way. Go back. Keep loose a bit. Cinch it down. And turn it out and go back on itself. It's not going to come apart when you can't even put it together. Here, now that's 30, perfect. All right, now we're going to go down, and you can, first things first, scale these straps out of the way. These ones for over top of the ruck. Pull them out of the way, side one's too easy. All right, so you can see the ruck is marked kind of with these holes. And they are meant, on this inside, there's a spot you can feel in the plastic. There's a gap that's meant for the straps, these little tabs. So you can see it kind of opens up into a T. You want to make it smooth. And you should be able to just simply push them through and pull them through. And now it should be easier on this side, because it's not too taut, because we're only doing this side first. So, but having like a multi-tool set of pliers just to grab it and say, oh, it's too tight, you can just take, let's say like I can't pull that all the way through right here with my hands. Just take the multi-tool, pull, give it a little twist, and it should come, and then open it up like that, so that way it doesn't get pulled back through. And this third one, some people, you can stretch it out here to the bottom. It's kind of a pain. The hole might be a little too small, so you might have to wear it away. But if you just want to make it nice and easy, you can put it down here. This way, because all your light stuff's going to be on the bottom. Like you should not be putting anything heavy on the bottom of the ruck. It'll be all your soft, fluffy stuff. Then when you cinch it down, you can really cinch the ruck up onto your back. But yeah, you can put it here. You might be able to fit it in there. I don't know if it's going to be kind of a pain though, being totally real. Yeah, we'll just stick with it right there, just for now. It's all preference, depends what you're going to do. That's how I would prefer it. Some people prefer different. Go ahead. Now this one, like I said, it might be a little tighter since it's already done on the other side, but it should be relatively easy. The last one's just the bottom. So we're stretching it out. And then the third strap, and just nice and easy. We're gonna go up one instead of having to try to stretch it down there. I guess too easy. All right, next part. So I took all the buckles off, so I'll put the buckles back on again. I'm gonna do that real quick just so I can cinch this down and get them out of the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the female end of the buckles on the lower straps. It's gonna be kind of a pain. Cinch that there, same thing. This one on this side. And then for this top one, they would go in like this. I've seen, ooh, actually messed up on that one. We'll go back and do that actually. I'll do that. Some people, what they do is they take these upper straps, and shooter's preference depends what you want to do, but you can run them through this part of the frame here. You could do here on the side, you could do here on the top. Pull it through so that way it's pulling up into the center of the ruck, and you would have the clip attached. Go ahead and do it on this side as well. Now what you should do is once you complete your ruck, you should go and ruck with it. You should always be testing it, figuring out what works, what doesn't, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. We're gonna go here on the outside just so we can keep this closed all the way. You know, some people like to, especially put things up in the lid pouch. I don't want to crush them or keep it centered. We're gonna take one of these. Yeah, they're all the same size, right? You can tell which ones are colored because they were dyed. These ones are still UCP gray. There's a little brown in there. Actually, no, I'm tripping because they were all that brown already. Different colors, aren't they? Why is it? That's the only one that looks like a different color. I only have 5. I'm missing one. Forget about it. This one might be a little hard because it's that's where a multi-tool might come in handy. Once you get started, it should be easier. You just go through, roll it, pulls it right through. Just because that one's at an angle, so it's hard to go through. Pull them back. Cake work. I'm just gonna cinch that. There you go. Same thing with this top one. Go through these straps. Probably gonna have to order those buckles. I realize now that I'm probably missing it. I haven't touched this ruck in a while. We shall see. Make sure the straps are not twisted. Same thing. Probably gonna get real tight. I'll have to use multi-tool and pull through. Let's get it started, just because there's that weird angle in these clips. You probably technically don't have to take them off when you dye it. I just don't risk any cracking or anything from the hot boiling water. Go through, that'll be clicked in like that. There you go. Now we're gonna put the sustaining pouches on. All right, so I'm about to do the sustaining pouches. I'm just gonna unclip this just so I can expose the MOLLE webbing. Show you when it's done. So you have 2 bits of MOLLE here, you have some here, and here, and here. You want the sustaining pouches on the outside, as high as possible. So here are the MOLLE straps. And you're gonna have to weave it. If you've never done MOLLE weaving before, congratulations, I'll show you. So we're gonna start just with the top. We're gonna do kind of do it a little bit upside down. We're actually gonna just close these just so they're out of the way. So real quick, so it would be in like that. Yep. Is that right? Nope. This is right. Go through like this. So perfect. Exactly. Now it's just starting upside down. We're gonna start off with this top one. So you want to just put it through that first, just the first one, that first web. Then going through, it would go back through this, and then it's going to be upside down. You're not going to be able to see it, so I'm going to try to explain how it goes. So this is going to be like you're weaving. So this piece is now going to go right here, which is in between this web of MOLLE and this web of MOLLE. Same thing, put it through there. Now, in order to actually secure it, I can show you like this. You go back underneath that piece of MOLLE there, pull it through, and you would button it in right there. This is just the top one. Same thing. So you can see from the side here, actually, on this one, it goes through that one, back through itself, and then through the MOLLE there. And you just button it up, and that's the top part. We're gonna do the same exact thing just up here. This first one goes through there. This one goes through this piece of webbing. Put it back through the webbing on itself. Same thing, back to the webbing on itself. Back through the one on the ruck. Down here. Back, once you go through itself, you go back to the webbing on the ruck. Then you click in the buttons. Gotta find the buttons. You button it. That's one. Do the other one now. We're gonna get the same thing. We're gonna close this so it's out of the way. Is that the right way? That is the right way indeed. Doesn't matter because anyway it doesn't. Yeah. So this is actually stronger. Something about this clip, man. Is it easier than the other one? Nope. Doesn't matter. Something you can do, take a multi-tool, you pinch it flat a little bit just so it gets a kind of sharper edge so you can slide through a little easier. It's just plastic anyway. It's pretty malleable. Once you get through a little bit, gotta start the other corner, you can just grab and pull. It's really hard to push through, man. If you can just push in, like the one side, I can't get the other corner in, so I'm pushing this corner a little more. There should be something more to grab. And it should be easier to pull it through. You can just grab, give it a twist. Oh, man, I messed it up. All right, we'll go through. We'll do the other corner first, and maybe that's easier. Since I already had the other one through. Nope. So we're just having trouble with this corner then. Something about it just doesn't work. Now it looks like it should be through. Come on. Go through. Grab it. There you go. So, now, it's just that one. It's just a pain, man. Go back through. Clip it. Now for the MOLLE, same thing. We're gonna start upside down. Grab the two top slices. The first level. Go back on itself. Back over again. I gotta move. I'm too old for this, man. And go back through itself. And go ahead and button it. Final strap. Weave through itself. Go ahead and button it. Sick. All right. The other one buckle to add on is the single clip. Where's that? There you go. It is this one. Man, we're going to have to do this again. Oh, this one. See, some are easier than others. It's just the way sometimes the plastic finishes on these ends, how much cloth is filled up, whether or not stretched out or not, ripped up, feels burned, might have chunks of plastic. When I was in shooting courses, this guy, we shot off our rucks, and this guy ended up shooting through his ruck. He ended up had his barrel stuck into it and blew a couple holes in it. This one clipping there at the bottom. So this, you would have like your sleeping bag stuff. You would cinch it up high onto the ruck. This would be packed tight anyway. Now, for these side sustainment straps, you would pull them out to the side. You'd fill up your side sustainment pouch with lighter stuff, rain gear, little poncho, maybe your tarp. Your ring, just no thick, heavy tarp though. You want to keep it very light and fluffy. Maybe a pair of socks, just one or two. You'll have most of your stuff on the inside anyway. This way, when you put your stuff in sustainment pouches, you cinch them down. Same thing with the other side. Just go. Make sure it's not twisted. You can have them real loose, and once you pack, I'm going to start packing my ruck. Got a FTX coming up, so try that out. I'll pack this up and see how it feels, and start moving my kit around to where it needs to be with the ruck. There you go. This is a complete finished MOLLE II ruck.